Welcome to MC Travelogue. On this episode, we'll be exploring Whitehill Cemetery. Now, we're starting here at the Mune Garden train station, right next to the Mune Garden. Now, if we go down the gravel path towards the broken village, this is where we're going to find Whitehill Cemetery. Now, here it is, nestled between this building and some of the old structures left from the village. And this is a reconstruction. We'll come over here so we can get a good view of the the fencing and everything, that's new, but they started discovering old caskets and a couple of old headstones. So they realized this was kind of outside of town to the old village. So they figured this must have been one of their cemeteries, and the name Whitehill kept coming up in different records. So they believe this was Whitehill Cemetery. Now, this whole entryway, this was all reconstructed. There's no evidence that this is how it used to look, but it kind of gave it the old-time look that an old cemetery has. So we've got a couple rows here of headstones. Most of them, the names and dates have faded, so they haven't been of much use, and a lot of these are reproductions anyway, but some of them are originals. Now down here there was a mausoleum, down here by the cows, and the sign reads Ira and Gladys, but again there's no records on who Ira and Gladys might be, and there's no last name. But if we do go inside, I'm going to close the door just to keep the cows out. If we go down underground, here are the resting places of Ira and Gladys. Now, we can only assume that their caskets are somewhere back in there. We haven't excavated, dig up the bodies or anything like that. But this is where they are buried, we assume. And they must have been of some importance, these people. They're the only mausoleum we found in the area, and mausoleums are very expensive, especially back in the day. So Ira and Gladys, if anyone has any information on who they might be, just leave a comment below. We've got researchers in the broken village now studying the books. There was like a library or a record-keeping building, that most of it was still intact. So they're going through those records now. Hopefully those names will turn up, or maybe even Whitehill. Maybe we'll learn some more information about, what that was or who it was. It may have been named after somebody. But anyway, this is the reconstructed cemetery based on the original plots. So it's not too hard to imagine what it used to look like back when before this building was here, and the train station, all the modern structures that have been built in the last several years. So let's get out here and get one last good shot of it here. We'll do this with the broken village in the background. And that concludes our tour of Whitehill Cemetery. Thanks for watching, and come back for another episode of MC Travelogue.